Hello everybody. Back at the Dove Lake car park for another trip up here, basically to make the best of the last vestiges of snow. Quite a bit's melted, I noticed on the drive in. It's only been about 3 or 4 days since I was last here. So yeah, the plan this time is to go into Waterfall Valley and photograph some waterfalls, and also to possibly head down to the Lake Will area, again depending on conditions and how I feel. So yeah, that's the plan. And Thursday and Friday are supposed to be really good days with frosts early in the morning and nice clear days. But today and tomorrow the weather's just a bit, showers and what have you. So yeah, we're going to have a nice cup of tea and then put the coats on and overpants and brave the elements. It's drizzly, low cloud, can't see bugger all. So yeah. Right, about an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 to get to Kitchen Hut, where I am at the moment. For those that have been up to the top of Cradle, they'll know that this little hut's been here for many moons. In 2014 they restored it and took out the next level up. There used to be a floor here, and they've taken it out, and there's only enough room up there for one person to sleep now. They want people to use it mainly as an emergency shelter, but the reason I've done the video is because they put a sign up here that basically says, please do not damage the building or deface the walls. So what does everyone do? Deface the bloody walls. I mean, what is it about human beings and directions and laws? People aren't satisfied unless they can break them or ignore them. Perhaps parks would have more success if they put a sign up saying, please feel free to deface the walls. Sure, there's some old, there used to be some old inscriptions of people's names from many years ago, but I noticed they've taken them out. So these are all recent. So anyway, rant over. I'll have a bite to eat. You cannot see a bloody thing. Cradle Mountain's up there, believe it or not. So yeah, a bite to eat and then we'll press on to Waterfall Valley. Probably another 2.5 hours away, depending on the snow. I've had the snowshoes on, so yeah, they certainly make a difference. Whew, it was a battle though. Day 2, everybody. As you can see, I'm in a hut, Waterfall Valley hut to be exact, which is the first hut you encounter on the overland track if you're walking from north to south. Didn't record anything yesterday much because the conditions were just so unpleasant. Got to the hut, basically had it to myself, and eventually 2 other guys turned up, one who was heading from south to north, and the other guy was on his first day heading south. So anyway, today it's snowing beautifully. Going to sit it out here, and then when it eases off a bit, I'll go down and try and photograph some waterfalls. I'll just show you what the magical snow kingdom looks like outside. Just a moment. Up in the clouds is Barn Bluff. Yes, well, greetings again. I'm still staying at the hut. It has cleared up. It's 4 o'clock, day 2. I went for a bit of a wander this afternoon to try and photograph the waterfalls, but there was just too much water and snow, and yeah, it was just impossible. So went for a wander up the valley underneath Barn Bluff and managed to get a couple of snowy scenes of Barn Bluff with a little creek, so happy with that. So yeah, I'll stay here another night and see what eventuates tomorrow. May go down to the Lake Will area. There's no more snow forecast. It's bloody cold, it's 1 degree. But yeah, the hut's got a gas heater, so I'm nice and warm in there. So yeah, wonder if anyone will turn up tonight doing the overland track. We'll wait and see. Good morning everybody, day 3. 0 degrees. That's just outside Waterfall Valley hut. Didn't get up for the sunrise. Sort of glad in a way I didn't, because there was no sunrise on Barn Bluff because it was covered in cloud. Yeah, very cold night, but there's blue sky up there, so hopefully a good day. The snow is very crunchy underfoot, and a few icicles hanging off the guttering. Yeah, haven't decided what I'm going to do today, but I think tonight I'll ultimately camp around the back of Fury Gorge, hopefully to get a sunrise tomorrow morning, as well as who knows, a sunset tonight on the back of Cradle, which looks good. I've done that before. So yeah, at least the snow won't be soft and slushy for a few hours. Yeah, no one turned up at the hut, so I had the place to myself, which was nice and quiet, and at least that bloody wind stopped. Yeah. Wow, that waterfall with the iced over bushes beneath it was quite spectacular. It was just virtually impossible to get a shot there with the still camera. Basically I could not feel my fingers, it was just so bloody cold in there, and yeah. So I gave up, but at least I got some video footage of it. So now I'm back at Waterfall Valley where the huts are. I'll just show you the landscape and the little old hut, the original one. That's it there. We'll go inside, and it's Barn Bluff finally clear from the morning's mists. Yes, this little hut used to have a pot-belly stove in it that used to run on coal, but it was quite inefficient. It'd never burn overnight. And parks have taken it out, so it's quite a cold little hut. But yeah, it's sort of falling into a bit of disrepair. Someone's left behind a huge, thick, 2-inch thermarest. Weighs a bloody ton, but you know, my gripes about people leaving rubbish behind, well, here's a classic for you. Yeah, first time I came here we stayed in this hut, because the other one, when I stayed in last night, hadn't been built. So yeah, when it had the stove in and a small group of people, it's very cosy, and you wake up in the mornings to cook your breakfast, and that's the view out the window. Bit hard to take. So yeah, back to the other hut and pack up, and we'll head up towards Fury Gorge behind Cradle and find a nice sheltered spot to camp on the snow, and scout out a few locations for photos tonight. So yeah. Well, after the last 2 days of storm and tempest, you get rewarded with a day like today. No bloody complaints at all. So yes, just can't believe how bloody much snow there is. It's just sensational. Haven't sighted anyone else yet. But who's bloody complaining? Not me. Just magnificent. Hoo-wee. My new office. Yeah, sorry to rub it into all those that are desk bound. Right, here I am at my campsite for the last night. Got the tent up in the snow, reasonably level spot. I've camped here before, just behind this little knoll. It's reasonably sheltered. And the views are something else again. The back face of Cradle. So yeah, I'll go for a bit of a wander this afternoon and check out various locations for hopefully a nice sunset on the face of Cradle, which will just top the trip off beautifully. There's not a breath of wind, and after the last 3 days where it's just blowing all the bloody time, this is just wondrous. Past a couple of groups heading off on the overland track on the way out from Waterfall Valley. But I was told that the weather's supposed to pack it in, I think, as of tomorrow, so they've got one nice day to start. So yeah, I'm happy with today. It's a bit of a struggle walking in snow with a heavy pack, even with snowshoes, although I didn't need them today. It was the snow was quite compacted from the 2 parties that were heading into Waterfall Valley, so yeah. No, fingers crossed, off to scout for some locations now. Good evening, and what an evening it is. Not a breath of wind, not a soul about apart from myself, and a little bit of colour on the back of Cradle there, so couldn't ask for anything more. Just bloody sensational. So yeah, I've done all my settings on the camera and hopefully got a decent shot. I took some earlier shots of Barn Bluff. Yeah, Cradle's the pick with the colour on it, and of course out there is Mount Inglis, which I've been to a few times. Was there, did a video on that earlier in the year, I believe. Yeah. Unbelievable. Cup of tea and dinner, then bed. It's a bit cold, but without any wind it's quite bearable. Good morning everybody. It is bloody freezing. I'm up for a sunrise shoot. As you can see, it's a crystal clear morning, so hoping for a bit of light on Barn Bluff. Fingers and toes are frozen, but all in the name of photography. Just thought I'd say that if you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel and yeah, give it the old thumbs up and a like. In the early days yet, but we're getting there. Going to be getting a gimbal soon to make the footage a bit more steady, so that should make a huge difference. So yeah, you can't beat Tasmania in winter is my view, and as you've seen from this video, it certainly holds true. So yeah, stay tuned till the next one. That's all, folks.